Okay, welcome back. Pack 6 review for Zaccaria. This is one of my favorite packs right out the gates. Some really good titles here. Let's jump into it. These are all going to be rated on a scale of 0 to 10, and then we're going to rate the pack as 0 to 10 at the end. These are all rated against their peers, as we've said in the other reviews, and hopefully you've been following along with this series. We're only halfway there, amazingly. So we're just starting to turn the corner. There's actually 12 of these packs, so we've got a lot of tables to cover still. So this one is Battle. This is basically Nautilus. It's the exact same table. If you looked at the two tables, you know I loved Nautilus. I gave it a 10. This is basically the same table. It's also a 10. But we're going to go ahead and play it. It plays identical. There's just some very, very slight modifications in the coins at the top. Like there are green lights in this one instead of coins on Nautilus. This one you seem to scream over top of the capture hole quite a bit more than you did in Nautilus. There's obviously less drop targets because it only says bombs as opposed to the entire word of Nautilus. It plays very similar. It is also an incredible game. So yeah, I like both these titles. They're both really, really good. It's funny that they're almost identical, which is really funny to see. But you really can't go wrong with either one of them. I really like them both. So what else can I say about this? Like I said, it's the exact same table. If you've seen that review already, you probably already got a really good understanding of what this game's like. I love the fact that there's an easily accessible spinner, which you can kind of go nuts with. You can knock down these drop targets many, many, many times. They're really easy to shoot. This orbit gets to be lots of fun. You can continue to throw it up there. You want to compile all these cloud bonuses here for the end of ball bonus. It's a lot of fun. So, great table. I know I glossed over that one pretty quickly, but honestly, we've already covered it. It's a great table. But yeah, definitely play that one. Like I said, this whole pack in general, a lot of good tables here. Battle 2016. Let's go. Really enjoying these series. There's some really good IPs here, and they've really done some really fun stuff with them as well. So this one's a lot of fun too. This really good music, kicks up right away. You got some really cool toys around the play field. You got this this looks like a, what is it? I can't tell if that's looks like a Hornet, FA-18. So you got a couple of those, which are very common with the Navy, so that makes sense. You have, ironically, you have which looks like a destroyer instead of an aircraft carrier, but it's getting shot, so I don't understand that. And even in the backlash, you have people kind of freaking out. They're being attacked.
Move.
Music's really good. The callouts are actually pretty funny. You got this character like, don't move. He's got a really gravelly voice and kind of funny. But this is a fun table, I will say. A lot going on. I love the jets fly past the DMD, so there's some really cool DMD graphic work going on. You're going to score a ton of points on this one. It is a high-scoring table. Really good flow. Sound effects are really, really good. Getting into missions is pretty straightforward. There's a shot right smack dab in the middle to get to missions. And multi-ball, it kind of all runs in the same location. You do have a magnet stop, which I know I'm not a really big fan of, but they happen. Oh. This one's really fun. There's some good music that kicks up. You actually see this is like an actual a missile. So you load the cannon and you can get bonuses that way. There's some drop targets up here which are pretty fun to try to get to. But there's flow all over this table. There's all kinds of different orbits and ramps and kinds of things that are going on. It's got a lot of stuff going on for it. It's really, really done well. I would give this one a 9. It's a lot of fun. I definitely come back to it. Play this one a lot. It's one of my favorite. It's definitely my favorite list on my micro. I play that all the time. And yeah, this is one I come back to. I mean, the memorable titles are the ones that really matter. So that one's going straight down the middle. But yeah, so this is a really good title. Next up is Battle Retro. Now, if you look on Steam, these battle games are actually called Combat, but it's the same exact games. I'm not sure why there was a name change in that regard, but it is what it is, right? I'm not really sure if that was... I'm sure it's intentional, but depending with the different regions that these games get into, some of the connotations of the word battle versus combat could be more seen as negative. And so I can see where they would make a change like that. But you do see some things like that in games. This one, man, oh man. The one capture hole is not bad. I don't mind the one capture hole. It's got some good play to it. You've got a center post, which is a little high, so it makes it a little tricky to play with. But you do get some good play out of this table. It actually plays really, really well for a retro table. If you like retro tables, you're going to like this one. I think it's pretty good. I would give this one a 9 as far as retro tables go. Yes, you have to do some nudging to keep the ball in play, but it's playable. It's really playable. It's super fun. Of the retro tables, this is probably one of the better ones. In fact, 2 of the retro tables on this particular pack are some of the best in the entire series. So if you like retro games, this is probably going to be the pack for you. Okay. Let's jump out Devil Riders. This is the Devil Riders from Solid State from 1984. This one is pretty unique and pretty cool. We did play it on Flipper Friends a ways back. It has this really cool feature of these, I call them reverse flippers, but they are inverted flippers. Really cool. Really cool digitized speech. You have an upper playfield on this one. Sound effects are really good. And if you look at the back glass, there's actually some back glass integration here. When you get up top, you'll actually see the motorcycle do loops, which is really, really cool. What I didn't mention is these inverted or reverse flippers that I call them. They react when lit. So if this button is lit up, when it hits that rollover, that flipper becomes active. They will not work unless that button or that light is active. But as soon as it hits a rollover, if you hit the button, it'll kick the ball and throw it back onto the playfield. But the timing has to be perfect. But talk about a cool feature. That was something I had never seen before. Devil Riders had it, and it's really, really cool. As you know, when I look at tables that are these solid states, or even any of the tables, I want to see something that's new, it's different, it's unique. What makes it special? Devil Riders does that. Love the bumper sounds. They sound great. I'm gonna try to get this ball. I want to go up on the ramps. You'll notice that now that I have all the drop targets down, the actual ramp will drop down, and then we throw it up to the upper playfield. Sadly, I lost the ball immediately. Oh, and I didn't get to use that quick enough. You have to be really quick to react to those. We recently had a table, Primal Carnage Solid State, that actually had these reverse flippers, but you could use those at all times, and so you could just hold the ball there and then kick it out. Devil Riders is much more nuanced, and it forces you to do it with proper timing to save the ball. So I like the risk reward on this one a lot better than Primal Carnage, for that matter. There, I was able to get it. Now, because it wasn't lit, I didn't get a chance to do that a second time. You can earn it back, but you can only use it that certain times. So, awesome table. This one's a 10, folks. I mean, like I said, this pack in general has some really good games. This one really slaps, bangs, whatever you want to call it. I like this table a lot. It's fun. The movable ramps, the inverted flippers, upper playfield, really good sound effects. You really can't go wrong with Devil Riders. I don't know if you've seen it or not when I was on the upper playfield. I wasn't there very long, but if you got to see the loops, you'll actually see that motorcyclists do loops, which is also really cool. So Devil Riders 2019.
Devil Riders remake.
Or remake also, yes. So this one, unfortunately, takes away the inverted flippers. It's got a totally different kind of theme going on. It does have another cool feature, though. It has this spiraled loop thing, which is pretty cool. Awesome music. And it very much follows an Evel Knievel type of theme, right? Pretty awesome. Motorcycle sounds. If you like motorcycles or circus, clowns, or any of that, you'll probably like this table. Like I said, there's a lot of games with that type of theme going on in the Zaccaria series. Lots of combos in this one, lots of combos and loops. Definitely a lot of that going on. We'll start a mode. You see we're shooting targets on the base of that bumper, which is something very different. Pretty cool. High chair wheelie, which is, I guess, some type of trick that they do. So sit down wheelie, high chair wheelie, one-handed wheelie, stand-up wheelies, so all kinds of crazy stuff. And if we can, we'll capture this ball and throw it through the spiral. We'll dead flip this one over here. There we go. Oh, we almost had it. We got a couple loops. Oh, terrible. You can't dead flip it when it hits it above the flipper. You got to make sure to do that. If you're ever going to dead flip, it has to hit the flipper with enough inertia to be able to bounce. Just missed the skill shot. There we go. Actually, was able to still get a skill shot. They're pretty generous on that, it looks like, but love the orbits. I'm a sucker for a good orbit. I love orbits. I love spinners. The spinners are American flags on this one, which is pretty cool. And what I did find out too is a lot of the Zaccaria tables are actually rebuilt Williams tables, which is kind of interesting. They took the parts from a lot of Williams games to be able to create Zaccaria pinball tables. So it's kind of interesting. Burn out for an extra ball. So here you're looking at these letters here. It's saying if you can get all those letters, you'll actually get an extra ball. So, but yeah, this is a fun table. I would give this a 9. There's a lot of fun here. It's very different, very colorful, a lot going on. So again, this pack is just killing it, is it not? What are your thoughts? Do you like this table? Do you think it's fun? Things you don't like about it? Are you sick and tired of clowns? I mean, what do you think? Okay, one more Devil Riders. We're going to go with Devil Riders Retro.
Devil Riders.
And I said we have some good retro tables on this pack. So here we are. This one's different. Very small gap. You've got some slingshots all over the place. Still have the same back glass. Lots of rings and dings. But this one is super playable. Again, a good retro pack, right? Pretty wild that they seemingly put all these good retro tables in the same pack. Like, between Battle, this one, and we're going to cover Zancor here in a minute too, all the retro tables are pretty good. See, these are not capture holes. They actually drop in and you get those points. So it does slow down gameplay a lot, but you just replunge. So that would be my only qualm with it. But I would still give this table an 8. It's still a lot of fun. It plays pretty well. You're not going to lose the ball every 15 seconds because of a stupid drain or some crazy, quirky dynamic that you didn't see. It plays pretty well. Next, Okay, we're on to Wizard. Now this is an award table for the Zaccaria Steam versions. These ones came across. There's a bunch more that are being created that have not been announced yet. We'll see if they end up coming across, but that would be good to know. But Wizard, talk about a cool looking theme. She looks like some sorceress or a wizard or a witch, depending on who you talk to. They went with the theme of Wizard, which was interesting. I love the back glass, actually. It's super colorful. You've got a dragon there, which you can't go wrong with dragons. Some of these tables are not well liked, to be honest. This one I actually kind of dig. It's got some flow to it, and you know, all the sound effects on these are pretty basic. But you have a really easy multi-ball to get into. You've already seen that I have a multi-ball target. So if I can dead flip this over here, I can start a multi-ball just like that. And then these targets pop up all over the table, and you're going to hit those. Oh, lost that one, right? And the big points in this one are up top. So you got the 100,000 points up here. There is like a railing there that kind of obscures the passageway to that and stuff. But that's one way to do it. It's kind of a weird shot, but yeah, this one's fun. I do play this one quite a bit. I would give this one an 8 for sure. I actually like Wizard. It's not as good as Mummy or some of those other ones, but yeah, this is a pretty fun table. You're going to get lots of multi-balls. You're going to have some fun with this one. It plays really well, especially, again, the micro. For these award tables play really, really well in the micro because the ball is so big and it's such a small screen. They're really good value, and they look really good on there. So, awesome game. Okay, Zaccaria. Zaccaria is a 1986 solid-state game. Pretty cool music. Kicks right up. Doesn't really fit the theme, but hey, right? Some digitized speech. The speech is really garbled, so you really can't tell what they're saying all that much, but sound effects and music are great, though. And you know I like things that are unique and different. This one's got it in droves. Awesome spinner. Again, you got me hooked with a nice spinner, right? You got some cool targets. Try to keep that ball out of there. Just was able to save it. It's kind of a jungle theme, and the music sort of falls along with that. The music actually kicks up. Like, there's a lot of good stuff going on here, folks. Like, this is a fun table. I come back to this one quite a bit. I do enjoy it. I love that there's a new Zaccaria Deluxe, which is also really good, that came out. That's a good table as well. The Zaccaria IP is really kicking pretty well, I thought. So, what would I rate this one? I would give this one a 9. Again, another great table. This pack is really killing it. There's a lot of good tables on here. Really can't go wrong. It is kind of a strange back glass, but that's just how it is. The artwork's very different. Apparently this guy lives in the wild. He acquires an axe, and he fights a spider. All kinds of cool stuff. But this is a fun table. So absolutely digging this pack in general. All the tables have been pretty good so far. I mean, really, even the retro tables have been good in this one. So Zaccaria 2017. Go on.
Zaccaria remake.
Sorry about that, guys. My cat needed out of this room now, so I apologize for that. Okay, Zaccaria 2017. Pretty cool looking playfield. Very different. You got lots of green around the outside. You have this cool bridge. Very menacing looking snake. You have some really cool modes. You have all kinds of really cool orbits and stuff going on. Two pretty crude-looking axes, but they're kind of like almost Thor type. Really cool orbits and rotations around this table, all the way around. You have Zaccaria letters to collect. So if you just wanted to play that way, if you wanted to start a mode, you have to do the ZANKOR to get into the modes. That will start the start button. There's some really cool, you see the weird loops that I'm able to do, which is pretty fun. This is a shooter's table. You have lots of targets to hit, lots of cool orbits to hit. Good stuff going on. Music is pretty good, not as good as Zaccaria original, the solid state version, but which is actually funny to say because this is actual modern music that you would have seen in this particular era. But I actually dig the older title even a little better. There's another combo. We're going to try to go for the R. There we got the R. Now, what letter am I missing? Oh, I'm missing the K, so I got to get the K there. Let's see if we can get this ball to settle down. Sort of. Not really. Missed the K there. Tried to dead flip it across, didn't work. But that is Zaccaria 2017. I like this table. This is fun. It has an amazing flow to it. Again, I would give this a 9. This is a great table. This pack is probably one of the best. We'll go to the next one. The modes are actually really good. They're pretty simplistic. You get waterfall and you hit ramp 3 times and things like that. Pretty straightforward. Zaccaria Retro. This one's wild. See what you think of this one.
Zaccaria Retro.
What do you think of this? Now this thing's crazy. I dig this one though. This is a pretty cool table. It's very different. I probably made that too loud, but I want you to be able to hear it. You see the spider up here. You see him fighting the spider over here. It looks like he has some enemies of some sort out in the jungle as well. The flipper arrangement is really crazy on this one. Having 6 flippers, I think this is one of the better retro tables on the entire system. I think it's fun, it's unique, it's different. The gap is not ridiculous, like it's super playable. This is not something that you generally see with the retro tables. There's playability here, and I love it. So if I had to rate this one, I would give this a 10. A 10 on the retro scale. We haven't seen a lot of good retro games on this system. I don't think. A lot of them are 3s and 4s. So to get some that are 8s and 9s and even a 10 on this particular pack, we've got some really good retro tables on there. So this one's a lot of fun. I think even if this is a table that never existed, so it's a completely new experience, even in 2025 when you're watching this video. So, but this is a fun table. There's some fun to be had here. It's challenging. You're going to have to nudge here and there, but you're not going to get a bunch of terrible drains. This is a very playable table that you're going to actually enjoy. The funny part is I only had 980 points. Isn't that insane? But again, I give this retro table a 10. That is a great table. Okay, that is all the tables. We went through those pretty quick. Only 24 minutes, but man, I tell you what. What do you think of this pack? This pack, I will say, is probably one of the better ones for the entire system. I would give this a 10 for overall value. It's one of the first packs that I bought. It just appealed to me. I had played a couple of the demos of Battle, and I really liked them. I had to try more of them, and I thought, man, these are all pretty good. This this is probably why I liked some of the retro tables to start and then started to hate them later on because I had seen the best of the best and then went back to some of the older retro tables and didn't really like them. So even Wizard was quite good. This table pack has 10 tables. I wouldn't say any of these are terrible. All of these tables I've rated pretty well, pretty high. This pack really is worth the price. For $25 on the HD, it's absolutely worth it. Even on the 4K, I think all of these tables have value to you for different crowds, and I think that's a really good pack to buy. Absolutely, this one, Pack 6 is an absolute winner, and I hope you enjoyed this review. If you like the content, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you for Pack 7 really soon.
See ya.